you do this to yourself? Why do you punish yourself that much?
Punish myself?
Yeah.
We're talking about punishment.
Yeah?
I don't see the punishment.
No, well, the enormous volume of music, the enormous amount of energy that you take and that you give.
That's not punishment, that's pleasure.
Is it pleasure?
Yeah, we're a band based on the pleasure principle. And when I go out there with my best friends and we make beautiful music that is sacred to us, that's nothing but ultimate glorious euphoria.
Yeah.
There is no pain when you're on stage. The pain comes during life, and that's a place to fucking exercise the pain out of your body.
What is the nicest part of the audience? Is it, let's say, the first 25 rows, or is it the next 25 rows? Because the first 25 rows are people who are pogoing, who are dancing like madmen, and the other people are just staring at you.
Well, George Clinton once told me a very important statement. He said, whenever you play a show, no matter how big it is or how small it is, it's important to sing your song to the last person in the row, you know, because then it's going to bounce off everybody's head until it gets to the last guy in the back row. Because everybody's there to get moved, and whether or not they're familiar with your music or not, the important thing is to relate to everybody.
Yeah.
And if they never heard you, and if they don't know who you are, and they're not dancing and they're just staring like this, then you're going to have to change their life by getting through to them with music.
Yeah, you just said, George Clinton said, is he one of your main men in music?
Yeah, I think he's one of the greatest musicians of this entire century.
Why is he?
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because he sucks.
But he plays the tones square. He has a square sound, a funky sound.
Yeah, you could say he has a funky sound. I guess that would be a true statement.
But do you think that Red Hot Chili Peppers can make the same funky sound?
No, there's nobody in the world that can make the same funky sound as George Clinton. But see, funk is an extraordinarily diverse entity, and funk comes in all shapes and sizes and colors and forms, and funk can be a very sneaky thing. You can find funk everywhere. You can find it in country. You can find it in this parking lot. If somebody, you know, has been fucking in the parking lot and there's a pile of cum, you would say there is the funk. You know, funk is a very slippery, strange thing, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers are based on a foundation of funk, but it is not the same as George Clinton.
Right.
Nobody is the same as George Clinton, and nobody are the same as the Red Hot Chili Peppers.